Hello friends, this is Robert West. Welcome to the show. In this video, we're going to discuss what happened in the James Comey and Letitia James cases in federal court in Virginia. And we're going to go into the details and all that good stuff. But before we start, I do want to thank all the new viewers to this YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Please give us a thumbs up. We do need to get some momentum going, and that's the best way to do it, is to get some traction through likes and all that good stuff. And if you also feel free to comment and share. All right, let's talk about this. So, the federal judge just today, dismissed all charges in both cases. Next question that people want to ask is, well, why did the judge dismiss these charges? Remember, there was motions to dismiss based on vindictive prosecution, malicious prosecution, all other types of things, evidentiary reasons, there wasn't no evidence, all that good stuff. Ultimately, the judge decided that the Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney for Eastern Virginia was not properly appointed and therefore didn't have the authority to bring these indictments. Remember, or you don't remember, so I'll remind you that the indictments were brought by a lawyer who Trump specifically brought in for these cases. Remember, he sent a memo to Pam Bondi that got leaked about Comey, Letitia James, who's the active Attorney General for the state of New York, and Adam Schiff, who's a United States Senator from California. They did not get to Schiff yet, but they did hustle this lady in. She was Trump's personal lawyer, supposedly a real estate lawyer, and Trump just decided to make her the top prosecutor in Eastern Virginia. As with many of the appointments he makes, many of the people are not qualified to do the jobs he places them in. He doesn't care. His only concern is, will they be loyal to him? Well, obviously, in this case, they were loyal to him because they immediately did what he wanted. Comey was even a bigger rush job because the statute of limitations on what they wanted to bring the charges on was about to run out. It ran out sometime in September, so for sure they can't bring the case against Comey. Letitia James, I did not read the full opinion, but in theory, you could bring another case if it was dismissed without prejudice. If it was dismissed with prejudice, then you can't bring another case because then it would be double jeopardy. So that's what's going on with the cases today with Comey and James. Now, why did this go down the way it did? For some reason, Trump did not want the Senate to vote on this nominee because for sure they could have voted on her. The Senate could have voted on her, and they have enough votes to vote her in, and they voted on a lot of people that weren't qualified to get in, so there's no reason to believe. But I think Trump believes, based on previous appointments, that he's better off not putting them through the normal process, just appointing them. His idea was, well, this person gets 120 days no matter what, but that's not exactly how it works, apparently. The first one gets the 120. After that, doesn't work that way. So, also, many of the regular prosecutors, what I call the line prosecutors, they wouldn't sign their name to this case because they thought the evidence was flimsy at best. And then there was a potential defect in the indictment because they didn't follow the procedures. So that's what's going on. Will this ruling be appealed? Who knows? Knowing Trump, it probably will be appealed to a circuit court of appeals, and then finally maybe the Supreme Court. He'll send it up there, and who knows what could happen with that. But for now, these cases are done with, and it was based on the prosecutor not having the legal authority because she wasn't properly appointed to the job. All right, friends, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it does get the information out there to more people. Have a good day, everyone. We'll see you in the next video.